When you open more than one program on your system, you may face some speed issues. It's because every program needs some space on the CPU to run efficiently. Sometimes due to less space or opening more software at the same time, you may stuck in error there is not enough space on the disk. This error represents low or nearly no space left on the disk to facilitate the program or operation. In this video, we're going to show you 4 methods to get rid of there is not enough space on the disk error. Before we get started, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Disk management is Windows' built-in tool that can be used to manage disk partitions. Here's how to do that. Right-click on Start menu and select Disk Management. Here you can see 2 panes. The upper pane displays the list of your disk partitions, referred to as volume. You can also find how much free space is available in each partition. The lower pane shows installed disks and how each disk is being used. First thing you can try in disk management is Rescan Disk. Simply navigate to top left corner and click on the Actions tab in the menu bar and then select Rescan Disks. Let the scan finish and see if your issue has been solved or not. If this fix doesn't help you out, then you should create a new partition. To create a new partition on a hard disk using disk management, make sure you have admin access and that there is either unallocated disk space or free space within an extended partition on the hard disk. If there is no unallocated space, you can either delete a partition or shrink an existing one to gain some. Before playing around with the Windows partition, it is highly recommended to make a backup. Select the disk from which you want to make a partition. If unallocated space is not available, then right-click on the disk drive and choose Shrink Volume. In the new window, specify the size of the new partition and click on Shrink. After shrinking the partition, now you can see a new block of unallocated space at the end of your drive in Disk Management. Right-click the unallocated partition and choose New Sample Volume. In the Welcome window, click Next, specify the volume size and click Next, then assign a new letter to the new partition using this option and click on Next. In the Format Partition window, set File System to NTFS and Allocation Unit Size to Default. Type the volume name in the volume label field and click Next. Carefully review the settings and click Finish to start formatting. That's it. If there is already unallocated space on your disk, you can skip to the step of clicking New Simple Volume and finish the remaining steps. Let's move to next solutions. Second best solution is to convert basic disk into dynamic disk. Here's how to do it. Right-click on the Windows button on the computer and choose Disk Management from the pop-up menu. Then you will enter the Disk Management interface directly. Right-click the target basic disk and select Convert to Dynamic Disk from the pop-up window. Then you need to follow the wizards to continue the convert process. At the end of the operation, you will receive warnings that clearly indicates that you can't able to start install the operating system from other boot drives. Expect the current boot drive. Tap Yes on the warnings and that's it. This method is not recommended to be converted to dynamic disk if you are planning to run dual or multi-Windows operating systems. This defragment tool can be used for optimizing your drives, can help your PC run smoother and boot up faster. To optimize them simply, follow below steps. Navigate to search bar and enter defrag. Select defragment and optimize drives. Select the disk drive you want to optimize. Select the optimize button. That's it. If none of the methods help you out to get rid of the disk space error, then you should use a 4D Partition Manager. To get rid of this error, the best solution is to extend C drive space next to unallocated space. With the help of 4D Partition Manager, you can easily migrate your operating system and also let you to manage and optimize disk partitions. Here's how to do it. To resize or extend your disk space with the help of 4D Partition Manager, simply download and install 4D Partition Manager to your system and launch it. On the main interface, you will see 3 options. First one is used for disk and partition cloning. Second one is used for migration purpose, which can be used for migrate one OS to another drive. And third is used for partition management such as resize, extend, split, delete, format, etc. Now let's see how to use 4D Partition Manager to extend disk partitions. Extending or shrinking a partition is the process of making a partition smaller to release some space or get some unallocated space. 4D Partition Manager allows you to extend a partition to make it bigger or shrink a partition to make it smaller in size. Here's how to do it. Simply select the disk partition you want to extend and select Extend/Shrink from top right corner. In the window, drag and drop the borders of the selected partition to change its size, and also you can manage partition size using this button. After setting partition, click OK to queue the operation. Now this pending task will be added in task list. Finally hit execute one task and wait for the process to be done. Hopefully, you can able to solve error message there is not enough space on the disk using above methods. For cloning, migration optimization, and manage disk partitions, we strongly recommend to use 4D Partition Manager. Subscribe to our channel if you want more useful tips. See you next time.